into pink tonight. Tonight we have a special guest with us, and let me tell you, can't wait to let her talk to you guys. But y'all, this is awesome to get your friends on if somebody's not on here, and let's just have fun and learn a little bit about Mary Kay. Because I like today, I was telling somebody, there's not very many companies that you could be with that is like 100% debt free, which is awesome, and is also family owned and is 62 years with direct sales. So I'm excited to hear what she's got to say tonight. I'm not going to take up too much of your time, so I'm going to pass this over to our friend Bobbi, who's going to come in and talk to you guys about her Mary Kay world.
I'm actually going to introduce her.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, I'm
right? Okay, yeah.
You really don't have to, but
so this girl down here, black hair, I got the pleasure of meeting her. I started following her on Instagram, and I get the pleasure of telling you a little bit about her and introducing her to you guys, whether you're watching it live or the replay. So this is my friend Bobbi Richards. She started her business in February 2012 at 20 years old. Like, what 20-year-old know that you know in your life that's ready to start a business? Because I don't even think I was ready at 30. But while she was working full-time as a manager at McDonald's and taking 17 credits at Ferris State University, she debuted as a sales director in October 2016 and earned her first car the very next month. Like, literally debuted in October, earned her car in November. Since then, she has earned a total of 5 free cars, including the prestigious pink Cadillac. She's achieved the 300,000 Circle of Excellence achievement 1 time, National Court of Sales 2 times, National Court of Sharing 2 times. She's been a star consultant 40 times. She's earned 23 bronze medals. That means she's added 3 team members to her team 23 times, 11 silver medals, which means she's had 4 team members to her team 11 times, and 11 gold medals, 2 of them being double, meaning 5 team members times 11, 2 of them double, right? She's earned an all expense paid cruise, including airfare for her husband and her to the Bahamas. Her highest commission check has been $8,948.74. She's been married to her husband, Jake, for 10 years. Together, they have 2 children, and Luke, I know I watch Luke all the time on Instagram, but Avery, who is 10, and Luke, who's 5, he's so cute, and he reads his Bible, and I just love him. And she is also the legal guardian of her 17-year-old niece, Tamaya, who is beautiful, and she loves what the Mary Kay opportunity has done for her and her family. And she's on a mission to make an impact in the lives of women and their families all over the world. She loves that someone like her that wasn't strong academically can be successful by her own work ethic. She is the leader, the fierce leader of the Believe unit, because they believe in his promises, and she believes anyone with a drive and a dream can make this happen. Please welcome Independent Sales Director Bobbi Richards.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much. Literally, I was like, you don't even have to, you don't even forget everything she just said. Doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. It doesn't really matter. What matters is tonight, and that you guys are here tonight. And I am probably going to be the most raw and real person you're ever going to meet. And I feed off energy. I really do. So, cameras on are the best. And if you like laugh at my jokes or keep the chat going or something like that, you know, I'm just going to give it to you even better. Like, you're just going to just keep digging it out of me, okay? But you got to keep the energy up. You got to be like nodding and laughing at my jokes, you know, and I'm just going to keep giving it to you because, you know, I really prayed very intentionally right before this. I said, God, Lord, just speak through me. I don't want to be glorified in any single way tonight. Not a thing do I need to be glorified for. So whatever I say, Lord, I just said, Lord, just speak through me, whatever people need to hear about it tonight. And so that is what I'm going to bring to you tonight. So throw it in the chat if you guys have any questions. I don't even know if the chat is open, but you guys can totally talk to me through the chat. Totally fine. So I really don't have an agenda. Heads up. I talk really, really, really fast. Okay. I talk really, really, really fast. So you know how heads up, I listen to everything in +2 mode. You need to turn me to like 0.5 mode to me. Okay. Like, I talk really fast. Never 2x me ever, because you'll, okay. All right. So that's just a little bit about me. I'm super raw, super real. I talk really fast. ADHD runs right through and through. It is very evident. But that's how I am. And I, you know, for a long time, I was more of like, you know, I felt like I just, didn't belong. Has anybody ever felt like that? Like I struggled so bad in school all the time. To the point of like, I was just telling my husband last night at the dinner table with everybody else that my friends I think would let me copy off their papers and just give me the answers to the point because I just didn't understand the math, and they were just like, "Here's the answers. Like, we feel bad for you. Like, how do you not get this?" Like, it was just I struggled so bad in school and academic, and but I thrived in anything with a team aspect. Give me a team, put me as a captain, put me as a leader, put me on a sports team, a whatever, a student count, whatever it is, yearbook, what I don't care what it is. Put me in something like that, and I thrived. But I thought something was just like, why can't I just do what everybody, why can't I just, you know what I mean? So here I am in college. Okay. So I'm 20 years old in college, and I'm working full time as a manager at McDonald's. My sister had been doing Mary Kay for about a year. Okay. She had already been in Mary Kay for a year. My younger sister, she's 13 months younger than me, and she'd been doing Mary Kay for a year. I'm super cocky at 20 years old. Okay. And so I think I'm like, she's doing this whole Mary Kay thing. I told her it was a scam and she's really dumb for doing it. Okay. Like that was me. And I was like, I'm not going to do a Mary Kay. I'm going to actually do something with my life, but like have fun. Like have fun. Because we grew up very, very low income. I was raised by my grandma. And so I knew that if I wanted anything, I would have to work for it. And I did not think something like that. I didn't even know what Mary Kay was. I had no idea they had pink Cadillacs. No idea. I tried samples one time at a makeover party when I was a kid. No idea really what Mary Kay was. And so I just really did not see that for me. I was going to do something like hospitality management, where I was going to work 80 to 90 hours a week, every holiday, every weekend. And I was going to be the resort, whatever, the director of this. I was going to be the manager. And that's what I wanted to do. People. I'm good with people. But all my life, I wanted to be a teacher. I made all the kids play school with me, and I was always the teacher. Nobody else was allowed to. I had sticker charts, like you know what I mean? So I always knew I was meant to be a teacher, just not maybe through the college route. Okay, college, I went for 3 years, no degree, really awesome. So Mary Kay found me at a really interesting time, working full time, really struggling, just not knowing what I wanted to do. And my sister had asked me in that year if I would book a party or buy product or join her team. And of course I was like, no, I was super turned off to it. Right. And so what got me was she needed one more team member. She needed one more person. And she said, I'm going to this red jacket retreat in Kentucky with this lady named Linda Tupin. Linda, who? I don't care. Who the frick is Linda? And why are you going to Kentucky to the what do they call it? The Hicks? Like, we're from Michigan. Like, we are small town. And so I was like, what the heck are you going to Kentucky for? Like, what's in Kentucky? And so they're leaving in an hour. And if I have one more team member, I get to go. And if I'm a team player through and through, I'm gonna come through for you if you need me through and through. I said, Pam, I will do this, but I'm never going to do anything with it. I'm literally going to sign my agreement tonight so you can go to this Kentucky or whatever. I thought it was like a cult thing. Like, what? You're just leaving in an hour? You're just Kentucky? Who is Linda? Like, what is going on? And so I thought this was the weirdest thing ever. You're just gonna jump in a car with these ladies and go to this retreat in Kentucky, like in the woods? Like, what are you doing? Are you sure? Like, this is really sounding not good. Okay. And so anyway, so I let my sister go off with these people because I signed up. I said, fine, this is what you want to do. You know better, right? So I let her go. And I joined. I said, I'll never do anything with it. But actually, I even tried to get out of it because I was broke college student and I didn't have any money. So I said, I don't have any money. So she said, call mom. And so I called mom, and mom unfortunately had the money and I had to get started. And so I signed my agreement and I got started, and God completely had a different plan because she fizzled out of Mary Kay real quick after I got in. And then I came in, and then here you go. I always say her calling was to get me into it. And so here you go. I just like to do it bigger, faster, stronger. I just joke with her. I'm just joking with her. We have that little sister competition, or I do. But anyway, and so really, you guys, I came in because she forced me into it. God was going to get me one way or another. He tried that whole year through her, and I was like, nah, right? So listen to those tugs on your heart. When people are asking you over and over, maybe it's because God's putting it on their heart to talk to you and you're supposed to be listening. Okay? Maybe you're supposed to be the one in the pink Cadillac. Okay? I was not listening. Okay? For a year. Okay? God's going to get your attention one way or another. Okay. So there was the first kind of hurdle. And then I didn't even want to do it, remember? So what was the flip, right? So she dragged me to one of these meetings and she bribed me, I'm pretty sure with McDonald's, and said she would, buy me food if I go. So I said, fine, I will go to my meeting, to my meeting. Fine. And so I go, and God is such a funny sense of humor. What got my attention was I didn't really care about anything else, was the queens. They got the recognition. I was like, interesting. I'm sitting there, like, I'm like, okay. What do they got that I don't got? All right. I'm looking, I'm like, how do I do that? Okay, great. All right, game on. And that was it. What got my attention was the competition of it. I was a sport athlete. I was an athlete, so I loved to compete. And so once I got out of college, I'm 5'4", wasn't going to do anything in college. Okay. So I missed that competition. And so I thought this was my avenue. And so that was what drew me into it. What kept me, you guys, was once I got in here and I realized I'm going to start crying, is like, I can do this. This is it. This is where I can be me. I suck at school. Like don't make me, I probably shouldn't say this because I work at a bank, because I did not tell them this in my interview, but I actually got fired from a bank because I put the money in the wrong account too many times. And so now I'm working at this bank, but I didn't tell them that in my interview because I really just wanted the bank hours, because I didn't want to work nights and weekends and Sundays. I probably should not be working at a bank, but I am. And here we are, and it's fine. And I'm ready to get out of the bank and back into full-time Mary Kay. But we've had some life. Obviously, I've had my nieces come in, and so that's just a whole week that we do not have time for that, you guys. Literally, we do not have time. But I just wanted to just share my story in a very different way, of not like, here's the facts of Mary Kay, and here we make 50% and this and this and the cars, because that's all great. That's all fantastic. But you want to know what was the most life changes, is who I am as a person today, who I am, how I think. I came to the Lord in Mary Kay. Like everything, my life is so forever changed because of this company. And it's not the trips, it's not the dimes, it's not the cars. It is the people who bring you and push you, and they say, no, you're not going to stay here. And it's the leaders that you get actually kind of like, annoyed with, because they call you on your crap and they push you to be better. But then you thank them on stage because you're like, you know what? You didn't let me settle. And if you don't have somebody in like that in your life, then you maybe need to join Mary Kay and get someone like that in your life, because that's what you're going to get. Okay, sorry, that was God speaking through me. I'm so sorry. That one was not me. That one was my D personality coming out in like the Lord. So I'm really an I personality, can't tell. But all right, that's my story. A little bit of my story. What questions you got? I can go deeper into anything, but I wanted to keep it to 15 minutes, and I don't know if that was what you wanted or not. I'm so sorry if it wasn't.
Bobbi, that was perfect. That was perfect.
Okay.
And I knew I was drawn to you for a reason, because you and I have a very similar story about not feeling like we fit in, or not having a place to belong, and having such a strong personality that you just want to be you wherever you fall or wherever you're meant to be. And I just love that. And just to think that if we hadn't have both joined Mary Kay, I would have never had you in my life. And if you don't know, Bobbi featured me and I told my whole story, horrified, on her little podcast program thing series that she did. And that was kind of the game changer for me. And it kind of opened it up to where I tell my story every single day to women all over the world. And so I just want to thank you for that.
Oh my God, you get goosebumps. Stop.
Yeah, it is. So you might be wondering, like, okay, something that Bobbi said touched my heart. I know I was made for more. I know that I need a place to belong, or I just need a side hustle because I've got some extra bills or some extra people living with me in my house. So how would you actually get started in this business? I'm just going to share my screen really fast with you guys, because there are two different ways that you can get started. The first way is our eStart for $35. And y'all, that is just samples and books. And then you get your mentor, and you get your recruiter, and you get the women which is the most important part. And Bobbi attested to that tonight. And you get who you're going to be in the next month, in the next year, in the next 10 years, because no one knows that but the good Lord above. And if you aren't, getting on that path or choosing that right path, then you're not guaranteed, right? And we want you to be the best version of you. So that's the $35 kit. Or let's say you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. And Bobbi's amazing. And I need her energy and I need everything she has. So I might as well go all in. You would do the 35 plus the 90, and you would get all of those samples, but you would also get that beautiful Kate Spade inspired bag. You would get all of these full-size products, which is over $450 worth of full-size product. So I say, if you at least have a mom or a daughter or a grandma in your life, this bag is worth it all, because you're going to get your skincare and maybe one to gift. But I also say that your neighbor will be knocking on your door saying, oh my gosh, I heard you started Mary Kay, and I need that world best selling, one is sold every 5 seconds in the world, oil-free eye makeup remover. Do you got it? And guess what? It comes in your bag. And then you can literally make $10 just by having your neighbor knock on your door. So that is the full starter kit. It ends up being $125. I know that if you ask the person who asked you to watch this tonight, and she talks to her director, your new director, when you sign, she's going to have a sign-on bonus on top of that for you. And then we just want to leave you with a question, because we want you to text whoever asked you to watch this video and answer one of these questions, because Mary Kay is always asking us to do some behind the scenes market research as directors. So we want to know, are you an a B, or C? That's it. A, B, or C. You don't have to be a genius to answer this. And A, I prefer to say a customer, and I'm okay with paying full price retail. And I will tell you, I love Nike Dunks. I have to have them in every color to match every single outfit. So I need my customers to pay me full price so I can support my shoe habit. Okay. And so you would be an A, or you're a B. I would be open to being a personal use consultant, signing up for 35 and getting all my products at half off. Like, if I'm going to pay $215 for my skincare, but I could get it for like 107, I'm not a math guru, so don't quote me on that, but it's about half, right? That makes way more sense, because then I have an extra $100 to put towards bills, groceries, my kids, a trip, whatever it need be, maybe gas, all of that, it's just doing nothing but going up. So you would be a B, or you're a C. Oh my gosh, I spent $35 in the Chick-fil-A line and I didn't even get dessert or that milkshake, and I still spent $35. I could absolutely benefit from a side hustle, earning some extra cash on the side. Bobbi was so inspiring, and I need a place to belong where I can be myself, live my best life on my terms. And then we're going to help you along the way, because you're never in business alone, even though you are a business owner. And that is my favorite part, because just to think of who I was 8 years ago, before I started this business, y'all, I was a hot mess express. And although I still am in my head, I look 10 years younger than I did when I started. I feel 10 years younger. And I have met some of the most amazing women who I know, if I literally called them tonight and said, I need you here right now, they would fly across the world and they would be here at the drop of a dime, way before my high school girlfriend who lives 10 minutes from my house would. Guarantee you that. And that is what makes me stay, is the community, the place to belong, and the people who don't let me off the hook. That is my favorite part. When you call someone and you're like, I can't do this anymore. And you're like, girl, what are you talking? Like, you need to go to sleep, wake back up, and call me tomorrow, because those are words that are not allowed to come out of your mouth. So we want you to text your consultant if you are an a B, or C, no matter if you're watching this 10 years from now, 5 years from now, or tomorrow, and let her know which one you are. Ask her director what the sign-on bonus is. And Bobbi, you are amazing. We are cheering you on to that pink Cadillac. I cannot wait. I'm so honored I get the front row seat. And everyone needs to go follow Bobbi Richards on Instagram, because she is like a rock star at social media, and she will make you laugh with her. She does what is the cartoon or whatever, the voiceovers you do?
I don't know. There's just this guy who's like a people pleaser. Oh, yeah. I love anything Schitt's Creek, The Office. Like, I am such a stupid humor person. Like, if you like stupid humor, like, follow me, you know?
She has
And
me
it's a
laughing
serious
to make
no.
my day every single day. We appreciate you, Bobbi. We appreciate everyone that watches this. We know time is one thing you give that you can't get back. So make sure you text your consultant, and we will see you next Thursday at 8:30 with a new guest speaker. You never know when someone is going to hit you right in the middle of the heart, and you just make a connection, and it's all over after that because of what God has in store for you. So we hope you have a great evening. Thank you again, Bobbi. I'll be
Yes,
sending you
thank
something in the
you.
mail, and
Oh,
we love you guys.
all right. Bye, guys.